So I had an idea. We're going to see if it works. Last minute. Watercolor and a snowy owl. Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. I'm Stephanie and I am here with another card project. Last minute, we're going to see if it works. I was working on my kitty cat here. And as I was drawing it in, I was seeing an owl and I was like, oh, I have to try an owl. So then, of course, I went a totally different direction and look at this little guy. Little snowy owl. I'm not sure if it's going to work, but you can see I love my owls. So I want to try and do this little guy right here. So now I've got my sketch idea. I'm going to sketch it again so that you can see how to do it. And I hope that I can explain easily. I am putting him on the ground. Many of the snowy owl pictures that I have seen, the owl is standing on the ground or sort of sitting in the ground. So I'm just going to have him sit. He's a little guy. He's not a big owl. I am going to try and start out the way I did with my cat, which was basically making a tall letter U turned upside down. I'm going to draw a little darker than I would for myself. Then he has a head on top of that. So I'm just going to make a circle that's a little bit narrower than the sides. But not doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to have that sort of round shape come in and then connect them with an in and an out. Almost like making a little person standing here. I think owls are people too. So an in and an out. And then his wing is on the outside. Like that. We've got two eyes and his beak is pretty much center in his face. So I'm just going to basically make a grain of rice shape. And on either side, he's got two nice big eyes, but they're going to look smaller because we're going to cut the tops of them off with a V that's basically coming from the top of his beak. Just like that. So now his eyes are shaped a little bit more like the owl. He has pupils straight in the center. He's staring right at you. Just like that. And these owls have a really dark rim around the outside. Now I'm putting it in with pencil so you can see where I'm going to ink. He will have his little spots on the top of his head like a cap. I will work on that as I do the pen work. He has almost like a little cape coming from the top of his shoulders, comes over his wing on the sides, and is sort of fluffy across the center. And then his wing sort of curves in along his body also. So this is the front part of his wing, curving in along his body. And then he's just going to have sort of random little fluffles along the bottom because I'm going to have him sitting in snow. Little snowbank here. And there might be, some grasses or something. Little snowy owl in the winter. He will have his little lines going across the center. Those are all going to be going in with his paint. So really and truly, that's as much as we need to put in. I'm going to take my kneaded eraser and kind of roll it along. I'm working on top of 140-pound B watercolor paper. You can find all the information down below in the more information box. And I am going to put my pen lines in. I'm not going to pen in those grasses, so I think I'm just going to take them out. And this will be in fast forward. I will go ahead and do the pen work, and then we'll come back and put the watercolor in. All right, so I think he's looking pretty cute already. I want to go ahead and get some background put in, and I think his background is going to be sort of a soft blue. So I'm using this fan palette of colors. This is 42 colors, and for sketching and doing cards, I am really enjoying this. Let's see. Ooh, there's a little bit of some red on there. Make kind of a gray purple color. I like that. All right. And I was going to get that background wet first, but didn't happen. It's okay. I'll just work my way around my little bird here. Going down and get the background wet. Right around him. And wherever that color was, it will just work its way down. We're getting just a really soft background. Just work that kind of gray-blue down towards the sky where it's going to end up being much lighter. I want a bit of color in the background because he's such a white bird. You know, there's not going to be as much, there's going to be color on him, but I need to have him stand out enough from the background. So what I think I want to do is maybe even deepen up down here at the horizon. Just a smidge also. And work it up. Oh, that works. May not be the way the sky works, but it's the way my painting's working. Just getting a bit of color in so that he sits out away from it a little. Yeah, I think I'm going to take some of that right down into my snow and right around the bird. Why not, huh? I like that. Dry this really fast with my heat tool. Nice and dry. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of that pencil erased out of the little bird. Look how quick this is. Oh, I'm so excited. His eyes are a deep orangey, yellowy color with some light to it. So I'm going to take this a really bright yellow first. And then I'm going to be using the yellow ochre, I think, and maybe a little bit of brown. First off, we're going to go in and just give him nice bright yellow down low. Give him some of that highlight that's going to end up in his eyes. Right like that. Clean my brush off. I'm just using a piece of paper towel and squeezing a little bit of water. Taking some of that yellow ochre, dropping it in around the top where it's underneath of the feathers. So we're starting to get some shape. And sort of around this corner on the inside corner of his nose, closer to his beak. And then I'm going to take a smidge of this sort of burnt sienna brown, and that is going to go in around that top bit also. And I'm just using the same water brush, just tapping it in. Look how orange that went. Isn't that great? And right into the corners. And then maybe even a little bit of this even darker brown. Just dropping it right in along that edge. Giving him more depth to those eyes. Ooh. Like it. Like it a lot. Now, the coloring in here, he has actually sort of a shadow tone. That can actually be a little bit brown, not quite maybe that much. We'll just soften it. Oh, perfect. And this is just a shadowy tone. It's not an actual color on him. If you know, it's that shadow color, but it's not an actual color of his feathers or anything like that. Oh, that's sweet. I love him. He's coming together so quickly. A little bit darker towards the back, around the side of his head more. Oh. He's just come together so quickly. Last minute. Celebration of the last minute. This card is great for anybody. It is a winter card. It is not a holiday, but you can use it for the holidays. Let's see. I want a little bit darker over here on this side, under the edge of that wing, and maybe coming into some of that tummy. And maybe even a wee bit darker. Just boom, right along that edge. And right along that edge. So it looks like that wing is not part of the tummy. Down here around the ground. Oh, so sweet. I hope that you guys are enjoying this. If you are, click that like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends. Make sure that you click that notification bell if you want to be notified when new videos go up. And I think, oh, we need his little dark spots on the very top of his head. Just some little speckles, maybe a few little speckles. A few bit more down here in his body. Tap, 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 tap. Oh yeah, get those speckles on the top of his head. This is kind of a dark gray color. It's not as black as it would be for his real feathers. So I probably, oh, there we go. Get a few more. Get a few really dark spots in there. Not so much water. There we go. This one is going to get cut apart from that other card that's next to it. My sample drawing. How'd we do? Oh my gosh. I'm really, really happy with how this turned out. I hope you are. If you make this card, or any of the cards that I've shown how to do this season, please share them with me on social media at Deliberately Creative. Just tag it at Deliberately Creative. I'll find it and give you a little love for your artwork. Let's go ahead. Yeah, I'm that excited. Let's go ahead and pull the tape off here. I love the look of that. Oh my gosh. Remember, all of the information is down below for the supplies, links to get them, and if you click on any of the links, they are affiliate links. I will earn a small commission, but it will never change the price you pay. Thank you, and remember to go out and do something creative, take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Bye.